Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Hello Drunk World by the Selected Developer. Got my light going in the background, makes my face look red sometimes. We're looking off to the camera and the chat the whole way through this. But it's good to be back. I think it's been again another month or maybe 2 weeks since I've done this before. But I have an interesting idea to go through this time, so it's going to be a fun one to try out. So we're going to get kicking off soon, just making sure I have everything set up and running. Let me just see. Okay, yeah, so I think we're all good to go. So in this installment of Hello Drunk World, I had this idea and I was like kind of looking through like a newsletter and someone was talking about some TypeScript rule, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to try it the same thing, build it from scratch, learn a little bit about how like Eslint stuff works. So we're going to build out an Eslint ticking time bomb. And if you're watching along, let me know if you can hear me in the audio and all that kind of stuff's great. So the premise behind it is, you know, you work on an application, you add to-do items, you know, like to-do comments in your code, and you'll never go back and actually do that. So what if we could put in some sort of way of saying, here's the to-do comment, with like a message of what you're meant to do, and then there's like a due date or like a kind of, you know, end time for that. So you could say like, you know, to do replace this with Vue.js, and you know, put a timestamp of like 2 months from now. So Eslint will always pass when it sees these rules, but when it gets that rule and the time has passed, then it will fail. So it's kind of like, you know, you have this deadline to be able to achieve this goal by. So like we're gonna go through and build that. I think it'll be kind of a really fun process of like learning how to build our own Eslint rule. Learning how Eslint works under the hood potentially, and then trying out this rule, having a little bit of fun, and then hopefully then this will be publishing this to NPM if all goes well and we have it done in time. So right, before we do, I'll finish my beer, and as per tradition, move on to the wine. We've light's too bright, but we've a Cabernet Sauvignon. Or I seen like a funny TikTok one's like Cabinet Sauvignon. So we'll crack this open and we'll get our wine ASMR on the go. And as usual, the wine has been chilled and in the fridge because that's the way red wine should be drank. Well, cheap red wine. This was £5. Surprisingly not too bad. I drank a white wine recently. I'm not a big massive fan of white wine, but this was really, really nice white wine. I think it was only like maybe £5-6, which was quite good. So let's get into this. So we've nothing. And this is where we're going to start from. So we have just our terminal, and then we're going to open up VS Code. There's no browser, I guess, for this. It's all terminal based. So hopefully you have fun seeing a terminal running the way. And you see me looking outside and keep an eye on the chat and all that kind of stuff. So first thing we need to do is we need a project that we can use for testing our Eslint rule. So we're going to create a new application. Easiest thing I can think of is we could create React App, or we could just create a dummy project and put our code into that. Actually, yeah,